this is going to be basic stuff. And by basic, I don't mean eating Chipotle, wearing knee-high socks with sandals, and tap-out shirts. This is just going to be your basic home repairs and automotive repair and stuff. Today we're going to talk about chasing a thread. What I have here is a Chevrolet rear end with a shock mount, which is a stud with a nut on it that holds the shock in place. Now, this rear end, you can't tell because I've been cleaning it, has sat in the backyard for, I don't know, since before the Civil War. Anyway, I'm going to be installing this rear end in my truck, but I don't want to get into all that right now. Like I said, we're just going to do I'm just going to show you a basic little tip here on how to clean a thread. Alright, give me a minute and we'll get into it. Alright, I repositioned the camera so you can get a better view of what we're doing here. You can kind of see the rust and the corrosion and stuff on the stud. Now, there is kind of a cheap way to do it. I don't recommend it, even though I have done it myself. Guys use taps and dies to clean their threads. I don't recommend this because a tap and die is actually meant to make a new thread on a piece of bar stock or whatever. But, and in doing that, its design is to actually cut threads. So its purpose is to cut and remove metal. And if you're not careful when you use your tap and dies to clean threads, you run the risk of it cutting the metal and ruining your thread, or making it not, unsafe because now there's too much slop. So I recommend going and getting the right tool for the right job. I'm not even going to try to justify when I used to do it, because it's using the wrong tool for the wrong job. So anyway, I recommend getting the right tool for the right job, which would be a thread file or a thread chasing set, that's what we're going to use today. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is carefully, I don't want to spray you guys, is I'm going to use some WD-40 and just lightly oil the thread. Alright, well, I'm going to let that sit for like 5 minutes. Okay, now that we've lubed it with the WD-40, we can take this 15/16 wrench and remove the nut here. I've already broke it earlier with a 26-inch breaker bar and an impact socket, so it just came right off with the wrench. Okay, so now we're going to get our 40-piece Craftsman thread restore kit, which I call it a thread chasers, and we're going to get the external one. Now this particular thread is, I think, a 5/8 new coarse. There's the new fine and then metric. This is a coarse thread, so that's the one we're going to use for this purpose here. So we're going to just carefully get it started. I know it's kind of at an angle because this whole thing's at an angle. Get your rag handy, get that stuff off your fingers there. Now I'm going to take this wrench and I'm going to just turn it, making sure that it's still lubed, that it's still wet from the lube here. I'm just going to slowly turn it. Now, it's not too bad because I've been cleaning this rear end with LA's Totally Awesome, which I really like that stuff. I'll do another video on that. I've cleaned it, but if it was really bad, if this thread was really, really, really dirty, I would also recommend taking a wire brush to it and brushing it with a wire brush. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing some of this for video purposing, I would have a different ergonomics to my station here. But I'm doing this just to show you guys pretty much how to run this. The other thing you could do now is once you've already got it down like I have, now you can take a socket wrench and kind of do that. But you want to go slow in the beginning to make sure you don't damage the thread. Okay. So now we've pretty much cleaned the external thread. You can tell it's a lot cleaner than it was, but I'm going to wipe it down with this rag. Now, just because I like being thorough here, I am going to go into my box of tricks. And get a wire brush that's dirty. I'm going to get another wire brush that's not dirty. There we go. I'm just going to go and put the threads like so. So now we have the external threads pretty clean. This one, however, where's the eye? You can tell is still kind of corroded and nasty. But let's see if that's made a difference. Okay. So now we're putting this one on. The internal thread is dirty. So we'll go to the vise in just a minute and clean this one out. Okay, so I was going to show you how to do the internal thread using the thread chasers, but two things happened here. One, the geniuses over there at Craftsman, the head honchos in charge there of the Brainiac department, the deciders over there, decided that it would be a good idea to give you a 5/8 external thread restorer, chaser, whatever they want to call it, but not one for the internal thread, which wasn't the end of the world for us today, because upon further inspection of this nut, the thread is actually badly damaged. So much so that for $1.29, I'm just going to buy a new one and put it on here. But it kind of sucks, because I did want to show you how to do an internal thread, which I will, I promise. So anyway, if you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, share them with your friends. You can also like us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And like I said, I want to kind of get back into doing the basic stuff. I want to show you guys, like I said, how to clean a thread is a basic thing you should know how to do. Pack a wheel bearing, you know, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to kind of be working on in the next couple months. So anyway, like I said, you can like these videos, comment on them and whatnot. If you don't, you can go kiss a duck. I don't care. Stand on your head and stack BBs, whatever. Anyway, I'll see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.